But Jake? Like Jake?
Yeah. That he's interesting. I said kid, he's older than I am.
That's funny.
Dang.
Now you got me doing it.
It is funny. Hey, why don't you go get a piece of pizza? Good ducks.
If I had pizza, I would. I made boy.
Are you connected?
I hear Dave. I don't see Dave. Well, maybe you should like.
Probably in your settings. All right, speakers. Yeah, that's fine.
Probably.
All right.
Check your TPS.
Yeah, check your TPS settings about the meeting.
Yeah, I actually had to do work today. It was weird.
It's good. Sometimes you have to work. How do I close that?
I mean, I didn't have to work.
Right. That's fair. Man, it's hot.
I guess I gotta let this cat out. I don't know what's out.
Dude, it's. I thought it would cool down. It has not cooled down since the sun is down. Like, it's going down. I'm gonna try to record it though.
Come on, kitty. You don't want to be out there, right?
Come on, kitty.
Go. Yeah, don't.
I
You
got
don't have the
bad
voice.
kitty.
You want to be in here? Or you want to be in there? This is the poop room. That's the food room. Which one do you want? This cat meows, but it doesn't have a voice. Or has it figured out how to meow?
Yeah.
Ah, kitty. Good kitty. It's like she'll just look up at you, and she'll be like this. She'll go. I'm supposed to know what that means.
You do know what that means. It means pay attention to me.
Hey! You can't be having that wire.
Hey. Oh.
Hey! Hey! On topic for the podcast, is there going to be a Hawaii game?
Yeah. School didn't burn down.
That's fair. We get a chance to go to the mainland, Bretta. We get a chance to go to a place with trees, Bretta.
We have fires all the time. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, we're a much larger island.
It's true.
Weird to think about.
It is. It's not
Like,
cold.
That was the other thing, like, maybe in the worst way, like a forest fire on Hawaii can't last forever, right? Like,
I thought it was over. Wasn't
yeah,
it like
exactly. Like, it can't last forever. Like, eventually, there's not a lot there to burn.
no. Well, like
And how is it that a place that is built entirely on fire, like, how is this not more of an issue more frequently?
that was my thought too. I was like, how are you gonna have this place built from volcanoes, which are essentially fire rocks?
Yeah.
How are you gonna have that place be like, oh yeah, we're on fire, we can't handle it? Like
We're not. I mean, not to make light of the situation in any
I
way,
am.
but
Sorry. But you know what I'm saying? Like it.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just
for a place that's professionally on fire.
I feel like Oregon is more professionally on fire than anybody. Like we are always professionally on fire.
Well, it's fucked up because I was like, hey, I mean, it's August. I haven't heard anything yet. Just don't set yourself on fire for a month, and we'll be cool. 2 days later, Oregon's on fire.
I was thinking the same thing.
Paul Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Join Paul, but it's just me.
Hold on. How about now?
How about now? How about that?
Shows you're online.
Cash me outside. How about that?
Says you're unavailable on one of them.
Oh. Dave!
Hey, there he is.
Dave!
Yeah, frozen.
Frozen Dave.
Hmm. Also, those headphones are too hot. Bring them.
It's a really unsettling picture of Dave.
Yeah, it's just frozen. Hmm. That's why I ordered a new Switch. These are cooler. All right, give me a sec. I'll be right back.
You are a kitty. I'm going. This thing is still recording, so I'm gonna show y'all my cat. I like that. I know y'all got excited about seeing my dick. Here, kitty. Hey, kit. This is Pepper. She's a little kitty. Say hi. All right.
Welcome to the technical difficulties episode of my show.
I was talking about this cat.
Yeah.
This little void puddle right here, as I like to call it.
Uh-huh.
You'll see she just disappears.
She gone.
You go. Right, now she actually wants out because I've been fucking with her too much. All right, come on, kitty.
Home point updated.
You guys can poop in a little while. Go on. Don't get.
I'm going to get. All right, I got to turn this down.
What you got there?
A drone.
Oh,
You know why? Because Robin likes sunsets.
Robin likes sunsets. Hashtag. Jake likes sunrises.
But
Robin likes sunsets.
it's a weird one because it's like light pink, and I know it's gonna get better. But when am I gonna be able to fly it?
Right,
Like,
you're gonna be in the middle of the podcast, like.
I am. Hey, are you on your phone, Dave?
Yeah,
Phone Dave.
Oh.
I'm restarting my computer again.
Oh,
He just wanted to be on the pre-show.
Mm.
Pre-show Dave represent. Pre-show Dave is a true player.
Pre-show ejaculation.
So Aragon said he was listening or watched part of us, and he said, he asked if Dave was connected with the pink cord, and I was like, yes, yep. And I realized he was watching us, and he said something about, watching your white trash podcast with your washer in the background. I was like, yeah, well, what do you want?
Well, it's not a washer, it's a range.
No, that is a washer.
Oh, I thought it looks like a range. Okay, now I see it.
Where am I
It's got what people like.
at?
There's a bike, there's some plywood, there's a washer, there's a tarp covering something indiscriminate, there's a tree of some description.
There's definitely some plants behind me.
Yeah, there's some vegetation. Occasionally a shadow will move behind you, and I think you're about to die. But you never do.
Check this out. There's a giant dead branch in our tree.
Oh,
So
that's not good.
Not great. It's
Looks
right
like-
above my room.
Oh, you should do something about that.
Yeah, well,
That tree sucks.
yeah.
It should be like better.
Let's see if I can fly this so you can see me
No.
flying it.
Are you guys ready for this?
Dun, dun, am I ready
Oh,
for
whoa.
this? Dave, what am I ready for?
Double Dave. Well, we would have
Oh.
Double Dave if he could get his computer to work. Now we just have. Oh, there we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, look, I can see us. Look, it's Triple Dave.
Yeah, Triple Dave. Triple Dave is a true player.
There was a fly on that leg. And it was weird to look at.
Where's the camera at?
It's on my leg. It's on my calf. Over by the tree or the fence. I'm flying the drone back to here. Oh, I can see it now. Get off me, fly.
What can you see?
Oh, they're not recording that. Yeah.
Oh, some good shit.
No, it's not. The first time I ever crashed my drone on purpose. Just kidding.
Hey, what do you see?
Oh,
What
it
do you
stinks out here
smell?
now. That's weird.
All right, let me cut this off my phone.
I can smell you. Well, that's a first.
You guys are choppy.
Probably because my internet is garbage.
Yeah, probably.
I ordered a new Switch because I've noticed the last couple days my internet will just randomly be out. Everybody else is fine. And so it's got to be the Switch. It's the only thing. And because I keep switching cords out for this, it's fucking it up. So I ordered an 8-port and that should fix it. Because then I can just leave these plugged in, leave my computer plugged in, my TV, my Xbox, my other computer. I got too many things.
Yeah, I've got the
I'm going real slow. Trying to get it connected. My headphones connected to the.
headphones connected to the earphones. Studio. Studio.
Best part is we don't even have to cut that part because Naked and Afraid shows butts. So
Yeah.
welcome to the butt cast.
Dude, like you are. I'm gonna drop out. Maybe it's me. Where's my fucking mouse now?
Okay.
God damn it.
Because ours looks fine.
Well, you guys are next door.
Yeah, but that it still sends to like Seattle and then back because that's where Skype is located. Hey, going.
All right, that's better.
Okay,
Better for me.
I will take your word for it.
So what's up, boys?
Oh, just living the dream. Dave came over today. He was like, he calls me, hey, I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna bring beers. And I was like, okay. And we were sitting there, and I was like, hey, we should play Call of Duty. And he's like, how? I was like, Riv has an Xbox. She's not here. Oh. So, I need one of those cervezas. 4K4. Canucks.
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 Oh man, we drank this whole 12-pack today.
Oops.
Over like 6 hours.
Yeah, I know. Rookie numbers.
right? Like
It's warm up.
it's warm out.
Mhm.
I've been drinking a couple beers a day for
I've been
practice.
drinking, bitch.
Getting ready for standing outside drinking beers outside.
Nice.
Yep.
It honestly probably won't be this hot most of the time.
I'm
And our-
hopeful.
Our first game is in 2 weeks. By this time in the day, we will be on our way home probably, if not
Yeah.
home already.
Yeah. We'll be back at the hotel, washed off and clean.
Yeah. So, yeah. So,
I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good.
so we got a game. Well, not really a game, but our celebrity fights we
Yeah.
would like to see.
Yeah.
That could be fun. Dave and I started it, and we're like, nope, stop.
Right. We were
started
on a
talking
good
about
roll
it
there for a little bit too.
It was going places.
It's a good thing I have traumatic brain injury because I can't remember most of the things we said. So it'll probably come up again.
Well, I've got
Just like all
one that I think is gonna be really good,
Okay.
or maybe not. It might suck.
Ooh, I just thought of one. I'm writing down.
We'll get Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah.
Be a man, Hulk. I got me a rolling Spider-Man.
See, I can't remember. Oh wait, now I remember it. But that's when we decided that you can bring people back from the dead for this.
Oh yeah.
I asked if there could be a time machine, and yeah, there was allowance for a time machine.
Yep.
Just writing down some ideas.
Just writing them down.
Oh, I got a good one.
This just reminds me of Celebrity Deathmatch.
Right? It's exactly like that, except for we don't have to watch shitty claymation. We can just pretend.
Make it real.
We could still get Stone Cold to commentate.
We could.
What?
What?
So Coach Steve Austin.
Oh, speaking of wrestler stories, I saw this kid, well, probably not kid now, but he was a kid when The Rock was still in WWE, pretty young, when he was doing the ask people what their name is and then say it doesn't matter what your name is thing.
Yep.
But so anyways, this kid's in a skit, one of the promo skits with The Rock, and The Rock bumps into him or something, or he's giving The Rock something to drink. And The Rock says, "Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. What's your name?" And the kid starts to talk. He says, "It doesn't matter what your name is," and then walks away. So years later, like 20 some years later, they run into each other at some sort of event, and they're talking. And the kid tells The Rock, he's like, "Oh, hey, do you remember me?" He's like, and he told The Rock the story. And he's like, "Oh, cool. That's cool. All right, well, Rock had to go do his rounds, whatever." At the end of the night, The Rock comes up to the kid like, "Hey, I totally forgot your name. What is it again?" And the kid, who's now a grown man, he starts talking, and The Rock says, "It doesn't matter what your name is."
My favorite part is I knew that story.
Same.
It's so good.
I'm getting a lot of Dave in your mic, Robin.
Hey, that's gross.
This is my opinion most of the time when people around work start talking about anything. Wait, I got to run it back because my volume was out. All right.
No, fuck this fucking shit. When you guys talk about fucking wrestling, come get me. I'll be in my fucking room. No.
That's so good.
Good
Hey, Dave,
old-
talk for a second. See if you're. Oh, you got food in your mouth. Say something anyway.
Say something anyway.
much better. 100% better.
I turned it down and moved it closer to me,
Dave sounded isolated in his microphone.
as he should be.
Micro-isolated.
It's the name of the pre-show. Micro. Yeah, I already lost it.
Micro-isolated.
Exactly.
Like tetracannabinol.
Native Indian.
Agency for
No,
getting
it was-
attention.
It was. Oh, I gotta look at it again because it was good.
Oh yeah.
Native Indian group garnering attention. That's what it was.
The national indigenous group for the growth of Americans.
Shut up, bitch.
Shut up,
I know
bitch.
better to get between that group and their pork.
I got why? Because they're Jewish.
There wouldn't be any pork.
Shut up, Dave. I was trying to get you off the hook. My friend was at a wrestling show, and then I just hear this voice in this background, just this shrill voice, just screaming something in the background, and I'm like, "Damn, bitch, shut the fuck up!" And I just like send that back as a voice message, and my buddy sends back, "That's my wife." Like, well, tell her I said it with love.
Did I tell you the story, Jake, about
Dave.
telling that one lady at the theater to go sit down, bitch?
No.
Yes, you
Did you
did.
Charlie Murphy somebody?
You told us. Tell us again.
Oh, okay.
Because I was there. But
Tell us
You were
again
there.
for the
So
archives.
Rob and I went to go see. Was it
Guardians of the
Doctor-
Galaxy?
No, Doctor Strange.
Maybe.
Anyways, it doesn't matter what we were watching.
It does.
Doesn't matter. So our buddy Ryan shows up with his kids, and he's like, Danielle's on her way. She's just getting the popcorn.
I know who
Like,
Ryan
all right.
is.
Huh?
I know who Ryan is.
Oh, okay.
Our buddy Ryan.
Oh, well, whatever. It's for the people.
Our buddy Darren.
Get the people going. Our buddy
Get the people going. Anyway, so Ryan says Danielle's on her way. She's grabbing the popcorn. I say, okay. Robin and I are sitting in our usual spots, which is up front, so that we can stretch our legs. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a lady that looks slightly has Danielle's build. And I turn and I say, hey, sit down, bitch. And she keeps walking like she didn't hear me, turns the corner, starts walking up the stairs, and passes Ryan and his children. Keeps on walking. And I watch her the whole way. And I'm like, oops,
Oops.
I don't believe that was Danielle.
I don't think I knew her.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Hey, all right, man.
Hey,
Are you ready for a good ass show?
pizza. It doesn't matter if you're ready for a good show.
Cool. Chew.
What are you, a fucking train?
What happened? No, Dave's over here fucking power eating. What are you, a fucking train? All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. Hi, Dave. It's another episode of my show. We're off to a glorious start so far. And you may have heard him interjecting his wit and wisdom already into this podcast. He's the man who shoved an entire slice of pizza into his mouth 2 seconds before the show started. It's Dave.
Oh, I'm gonna have heartburn later. All right. Anyways, that hurt. You know, like when you have something in your mouth and you swallow, but it feels like just a fist is going down your throat.
No,
Like,
tell me all about it.
makes that air bubble, and it just slides right in, and then sometimes it slides back out, and then it's like more spit comes, and then that slides back in. Anyways, ask Robin about it.
Hey, that's me. Yeah, that was I was introduced by the Dave train.
The Dave train.
The Dave train is the name of the episode. It's
Going
very early.
off the rails on
On
the
the
Davey train.
Yeah, on the David train.
On the David train.
I like it. Hey,
I liked Davey Train. I think
Davey
Jake said
Train?
Davey.
Yeah, I
Davey
said
train.
Davey.
I'll write down the Davey train.
I don't normally go Davey, but since it's Crazy Train,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't
I
normally
like
go
it.
Jakey either. But if you went Jakey Train, I'd be like, okay, like
Anyway, yeah. So bringing it back around, because that's what we do. It's the hoop snake known as Jake.
Mhm.
He's walking like an Egyptian.
walk with.
He's doing
your back
poses.
to-
It's a weird Vogue. It's not Madonna. It's him. It's him.
Lazy, now it's Lazy Vogue. It's me, One Take Jake, back in the saddle again, back in the booth. It's hot as fuck out here. I hate it. I hate it so much.
It's hot outside.
We're
It's hot
outside.
Well, I mean, I'm inside outside, but you know, it's basically outside. It's like when I work in a warehouse, you're inside, but you're outside.
Yeah.
You're shaded, but it's heated shade, and it's not cool. Literally
It's
and
not
figuratively. Yeah.
My quick acclimation to Arizona has worn off already.
Just
Because I
as
went outside
quickly
and-
as it showed up, it
Yeah.
has left.
I walked outside. It was 92 degrees at 9:30. I was like, nope, I guess I'm not leaving the house today. And I had to leave the house
You
today.
left the house. Right?
Yep. That
Yeah,
reminded me of when I was in Anaheim, and just like I got up before it was time for me to go about my business. So I went out and stood in the parking lot to partake of a marijuana cigarette. And I'm like, it is already, the sun isn't even up, and it is already too hot for me to be outside.
Mhm.
Like,
It's been like that here too the last couple days.
I don't like it.
I
don't-
went outside at 10 and I stepped outside and I was like, the fuck? It was still 94 degrees at 10.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. I'm out. I'm out.
It's like, you want to go do anything? No, I want to lay in
No,
front of the
wanna-
air conditioner and
Want to
hide.
be inside like Mother Nature intended with the air conditioning.
It's what separates us from the beasts.
It's true.
Peace.
It's the house.
Air conditioning and thumbs.
Man, I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do know why, but like, it made me think of homeless people.
What, beasts?
Kind of like
Look,
what separates us.
shit
And I was
outside.
like, man, they just don't have air conditioning unless they're camping like Tom Haverford, just treating themselves. But I don't think that is a common occurrence.
He who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man. Everyone want to jump back to the early 2000s with me?
He who makes a beast of himself. I like that. Go ahead and write that down. Name of the episode. Davey Train.
The
He who
Davey
makes a beast of himself.
I don't know. Davey Train's pretty solid. But what if we did it with like with a colon? Davey
right,
Train,
right.
he who makes a
He who
beast
makes
of himself.
Yep.
Perfect. Davy Train and a colon. Those are my two.
I'm gonna write all this down. We'll
That's what I
probably
call it.
come up with something even better.
Davey Train and a colon is pretty good.
Oh,
So
God.
I'm gonna say it from now on when I do it in the butt. Here comes the Davy Train.
It's like going to Booby Town.
I mean,
Chicks
you
will
did
just
already-
start thinking I'm slightly autistic because I'm really into trains for some reason.
like Twains.
Well, if you show up wearing a helmet, they'll really think you're
He's gonna start showing up places with the camera on his face, like right here, like that one dude we see on TikTok. He's like, oh my god, did you see that train?
Hi, I'm Dave, and today I'm going to be seeing an American Spirit train coming by, engine number 6742. It happens to be driven by a very famous conductor, one who has driven multiple kinds of trains, and we'll be seeing him come through the station here any minute now.
The train, it's like it doesn't stop. It just goes,
Whoosh.
and he's like,
Oh.
he's so excited. He's just really excited to be there.
I will say I have a train track right next to one of my warehouses, and the other day I happened to walk outside right when the engine was coming towards me, and I gave him the old toot toot, and he honked the horn, and I fucking celebrated and fist pumped like I was 8 years old, man. I was like, yeah, I got the train to honk its horn.
Train Tracks is also really a really good name for the slutty girl's bed.
Oh god,
What'd you say, Robin?
I have no idea.
Think about the train tracks.
Oh, I said you never outgrow that. Like
No, it's
if you do this and somebody honks, you're pumped. Doesn't matter how old you are.
it's like it's the game of keep the balloon off the ground. Anyone can get down with the game, but don't let the balloon hit the floor.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, there it is. Man, our sunset is very pink.
I'll say it really demonstrates itself at duck games when all of a sudden someone hits a beach ball or a balloon into the crowd, and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh fuck, there's a balloon."
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good.
Oh, lazy lid Dave.
God damn it.
Apparently, there's a surgery I can get for that, but I don't
yeah?
feel like having my face sliced open and pulled tight.
That's fair.
I might look like this all the time then.
If you smell.
Like, hey everybody, it's
Hey, everybody. I'll start talking like that.
hey.
Awesome.
He's like, hey, it's Dave.
Oh my god. Oh hey, so I had an idea for a game and I text you. Well, I talked to Dave and I text you about it. I don't know if it's a game, but if Celebrity Deathmatch had never come around and we're just like stuck with celebrity boxing or fights, who are some celebrities you would like to see fight? And again, we talked about it. You asked, is there a time machine? I think.
Yep.
Sure.
Mhm.
It's like, whose line is it anyway? It's
The
all
points
made up.
The rules made up. The points
Exactly.
don't matter.
Exactly. So my latest one that I wrote down was Sam Kinison and Lewis Black.
Oh, geez. And just a snark off.
Screaming.
Just-
I have a similar.
This is marriage.
Dave, what were you saying? You have a
No,
similar
I
one?
was gonna say I have a similar one, but Jake's gonna go next
Oh.
because we're not gonna put 4 of these types in a row.
What do you mean these types?
Hey,
Huh?
what do you mean? What do you mean these types?
Huh?
Comedians.
Oh, you're going
Oh.
comedians, eh?
Or I
Alright,
can
well,
go again.
Well, I'm gonna
Nope.
do mine. My first,
Do it.
the one that pops into my mind. I want to get all the James Bonds together in a battle royale to decide which James Bond
Who is the
truly-
bondiest of all the Bonds?
And the thing is, like, you might just say, yeah, Sean Connery, but Roger Moore's the kind of guy to run up and kick Sean Connery in the balls from behind while Sean Connery is fighting Daniel Craig. So
What's Pierce Brosnan doing? What's he doing over there?
Just over
banging-
there
banging
fucking
some
playing
chick.
with Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. Hello! I love
I
that we
like
all
that
went
one,
to it.
right? That's what you do.
Oh man, it's a drive-by liming or drive-by fruiting.
Such a good movie.
It
All right,
is.
Dave, what was your first one?
Bobcat Goldthwait
Oh,
and
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey.
That's right. The sounds they would make.
Yeah.
Stop
hitting me!
punching me.
Oh, don't be a bug or anything.
How about Louis Anderson and Gabriel Iglesias?
Wait, we got to get Ralphie May in there too.
Ralphie May in a three-way. Yep.
Well,
Ralphie
I
May
mean,
and
if
Three-way
we're going
tough
if we're going with fat guys, Fat Dan,
that guy.
he's on Price is Right now.
Oh, Drew Carey.
Fat Drew Carey.
Get Fat Drew
He was
Carey in
never
there.
as big as those guys though. Not even close.
Who's the big fat black dude who played Landslide on Always Sunny in Philadelphia? What's his name? He's really funny.
Or Huel.
Patrice.
No, not Patrice O'Neill. Patrice O'Neill
Okay.
wasn't that big, but he's funny as shit too.
Yeah.
Huel from Breaking Bad is a fun
Yes.
dude.
Yeah, I think that's him. I think that's a guy.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
So yeah, all those guys in a fat guy off.
How about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone?
I feel like didn't we see that movie?
I mean, they were in a movie, but 80s Arnold and
Ooh.
80s Rocky.
What
So
if we got
Terminator and Rocky? However you want to look at it, I don't care.
What if we got Sylvester Stallone and Tony Danza in a grammar beat?
Oh my god, that's a good one.
just
That's
a
a
bad.
good one.
All right, Tony. You're
Throw in
sen-
some Andrew Dice Clay in there.
Hey, it could be-
Oh. well, oh, here was the one that as soon as you said time machine, I said Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love.
Oh, just yeah, intergender.
It doesn't matter. It's all good.
Let's go Kurt Cobain versus a shotgun, round 2.
Oh. How about Mr. T and Terry Crews?
Round 2.
Yes, I got you. That was a couple.
Bruce Jenner versus
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn Jenner.
In a track and field competition.
Oh, there we go. Well, Bruce is winning that because, men.
I don't know. Caitlin's got those gams, man.
Mhm. I think those boobs would really slow her down.
Kanye West and Pete Davidson, even though Pete Davidson doesn't care anymore. I don't know if he actually
Pete
did
Davidson
care.
doesn't care anymore, but in the same way that I don't care, he'd still whoop some ass.
How about Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent?
How about Floyd Mayweather versus literacy?
Literacy, yeah. The dictionary.
Lizzo versus Yokozuna. Almost got him.
Oh, fuck.
How about
Oh. God damn it.
how about Lizzo
Precious.
versus the people?
Lizzo versus Jared from Subway, the pedophile before he got skinny.
No. I've already got it. This
Lizzo
one will end the
versus the
Lizzo.
salad bar.
This is gonna end the Lizzo jokes altogether. Lizzo versus Rikishi
There we go.
in an ass off.
They have the same outfit already, so.
Yeah. I mean, he wears the same thing as Yokozuna too.
See, there we go. Only one of them. They're related, aren't they?
I don't think Yokozuna is.
Yeah, Rodney Anowai. Isn't he Roman Reigns' like great uncle?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, like the only like all the like Afa and Sika are the patriarchs of the Samoan family in wrestling. Then there's then there's The Rock, who's a half Samoan because of Rocky Johnson. And then there's Rikishi. He's in the Samoan family. And then there's Jimmy and Jay Uso, who are right now involved. And then there's Jacob Fatu, who's in MLW. They're all part of the same family.
Oh, Tim Cook and Bill Gates.
Tim Cook and Bill Gates. Who's Tim Cook?
The head of Apple.
How about Tim Cook versus Steve Jobs?
Yeah, that would work. What about Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian? Yo, I'm gonna let her finish.
What about there's like that commercial where if you buy the right credit card, there's a whole bunch of Taylor Swifts that show up.
Oh, all the Taylor Swifts?
All the Taylor Swifts. Let's find out which one is the baddest.
Yeah. I like it.
Be like Battle Royale.
Every time she gets
Cardi
hit,
B
she shakes it off.
Yeah.
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, we already saw that.
Cardi B versus the English language.
Cardiac brachiotomy.
All right, who else?
Let's get Pac and BIG in the ring.
Oh, I feel like there's a weight class issue there, but I'll allow it. You can throw in Snoop Dogg. Have Snoop Dogg.
Suge Knight versus BIG.
There we go.
Suge Knight is not in an Escalade, by the way.
Oh, it's or a Range Rover.
Yeah, or a Range Rover.
Remember how I said Range Rover because her rover is red?
What about that? Remember Escalade, the N1 basketball player?
Oh, Escalade.
Yeah, have him fight Suge Knight.
I saw Escalade. There was the dude when they played in Portland in 2005 when Professor got his start. There's this little fucking nerdy kid that they named the Computer Monkey, and he was like 4 foot nothing out there running point, and like at one point he threw an alley oop to somebody, and then Escalade like picked the kid up and they gave the ball back to him and he dunked it.
I just remembered one that Dave said earlier. Wee Man versus Peter Dinklage.
See,
wrestling.
The first one that popped in my mind when you brought this up was let's get Bam Margera and Steve-O together.
I said that earlier.
Robin said that earlier.
Hey,
LeGarrette Blount and Brian
so
Holt.
here's the deal, right? Like, Bam Margera challenged me to a fight, but I don't really want to do it. You know, I think it might not be good for my brand, but more so his face. Yeah, dude.
Yep, that's it.
That was my first attempt at a Steve-O. I'll say it
Yeah,
wasn't
dude.
terrible.
Not terrible. Not bad at all. Well, oh, hey, I got this paper here.
What's that
So-
paper there?
So,
Oh wait, did you guys hear my? You didn't hear my other one. LeGarrette Blount and Brian Hoyt.
Byron Hout?
Yeah. Either
Out,
way.
out. Yeah, I've heard it both
same
ways.
thing.
Well, I
What did
mean, one of
say?
them was a multiple-time NFL champion, and the other one probably worked for his dad with his name on his shirt.
Yeah, the other one works on a farm.
The other one, I pronounced his name wrong.
That too. So Jake played some DMZ the other day with us.
I did.
Ooh.
It was actually not bad, I thought.
Yeah, I
Well,
had a good time.
How'd you feel about that?
So this time was it was a lot better than the first time we played. And part of it was, whoa, holy shit.
We have light.
Part of it was before the game, like I had played a little bit in Battle Royale. So I kind of got used to the way people moved and just like seeing movement in general.
Yeah.
Because it's something you have to kind of train your eye for, like going into the game and not really knowing what you're looking for. It's kind of tough.
For sure.
But you know, the when we got on, like it was, I don't know, I just felt like I felt more engaged in the game than I did before. I think because just also like I mentioned, I crash coursed myself. I had to do my own tagging of things and my own finding of shit. So like when it came time to play, we're like, oh, we need to go do this. I'm like, oh, I got that. I can do that. You know, instead of me just feeling like a passenger the whole time.
Right.
Like I was actually able to play. And like, yeah, Bullet Sponge hopped on and that was cool. And we were riding a 3-pack for a while, and then we got into this weird 6-pack that didn't last for very long.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we fucked around for a little while, and then we got shot by a couple snipers, and that was about all any of us wanted to do.
Yeah, that's about it. Well, see, the first time we played on Ashika, which is a really small map, like 5 or 6 teams on a map that's, I guess it's literally 1/15 the size of the map we played on last time, which was Al Mazrah. Much bigger map, which means you're less likely to run into actual players, gives you time to kind of acclimate, that sort of thing. But that was pretty cool.
I think the funniest part to me was when I got stuck in the vehicle and I couldn't get out during our exfil. And like I just didn't know what button it was to get out of the car. And so I'm just spamming buttons. And like that's why I jumped like 3 or 4 different seats. And then all of a sudden I'm out of the car and the plane and the helicopter's taken off. And I like last second I jump, grab, and pull myself up, and everyone's like, hey!
It was the last second. It was fun.
They're like, he's not, and I would say, oh, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. Oh, he made it!
We made it! Yeah. DMZ it's fun. It's one of those extraction shooters, which I didn't know was a genre until recently. I guess
Yeah, same.
there's some other games, but I started writing this little note that is the etiquette of DMZ, because there's a lot of people that are just D-bags on there.
DMZ
and
bags.
Oh, that's a good one. DMZ bags. I'm gonna start making some videos though, I think, to kind of explain to people. Maybe I'm a douchebag, but like this is the etiquette. There's ways that you should play the game to make it fun for everybody and just not be shitty. If you want to just play PvP all the time, you know, shoot players, then go play Warzone. Like that's what that's for. This game is like a loot, craft, find things, build things kind of game. And yeah, when you run into teams, of course you're gonna fight them. Or sometimes there's only like 3. There's these contracts on the map where you go do things. There's like 3 per game that are called hunt squads, where your goal is to go kill another squad. But the rest of the time, fucking do whatever you got to do.
Calm
Make
down,
your best. Yeah, like it's fun when it's played right. But I'm gonna read you my DMZ etiquette that I wrote down so far. Rule number 1: don't be a dick. I feel like that's just for life. Just don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
There's so many people that just get on there and that's their fucking goal. They want to be dicks. And I'm like, hey, don't.
Knock it off.
Stop.
Part of that, I don't know why I wrote this as a subsection, but like if somebody there's proximity chat, so if you're near somebody, you can hear them talking or they can hear you, whatever. There's a lot of people that will play without that on. I feel like if you're gonna play with the proximity chat on, don't play DMZ. Like you have to communicate with people. It's just how the game works. It doesn't work well if you're like Dave and I played a game earlier. It wasn't DMZ, but we were in party chat so that we didn't have to talk to anybody and nobody else would hear us talk. We wouldn't interrupt anybody. It's just us doing our own thing. And then when we got on DMZ, we got out of the party and just used regular chat. So
See, I have a question. So
Yeah.
I was playing Battle Royale the other day,
Mhm.
and I was hunkered down in the bathroom because I definitely heard a couple people coming.
Yeah.
So I hid, and I'm like, all right, if anybody comes, I'm gonna light their shit up.
Did they
And
come at
then-
the same time?
do not come.
They did not come.
Yeah.
But like all of a sudden I hear he's like, oh, I heard something. He's like, are you there? Like, am I compelled to answer? Like,
You
That's
don't
why I
have to answer.
yeah.
No.
like
No,
just
if
because I'm in
you-
proximity chat, like if I just shut the fuck up while I'm playing the game, like if we were
That's
actually
fine.
yeah.
But if
Dude,
we're
what-
on a team, we have to be able to talk.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Like because
Mhm.
part of the game is assimilation, where you join up your squad, like you were talking about. We had 3 guys, and then suddenly we had 6. That's part of the game. If some of that 6-man does not have a mic, they're fucking up. Like,
Yeah.
it's annoying. You're not helping the team. You're not doing anything to make us better. You're just doing your own thing. Just I don't know. Go play something else then.
And see, and that's part of what I occasionally have to weigh in my mind when I want to play DMZ is like, do I want to talk to people?
Yeah.
I'm like,
The other side of that I see is like if you don't want to talk to people, then play solo. Like you can load into the game without teammates.
that's
And
fair.
I do that a lot. And I'll have my mic on still, but I'm just sitting there like this, like hoping I don't breathe into the mic because I don't want to give away my position.
Right.
Like, and then if I get near people and they're like, "Oh, hey, are you there? Are you friendly?" Like, yeah, I'm friendly. That's the other thing is if somebody says friendly, neither team should shoot. Like if part of your team is talking to another team and they're talking about squatting up, dickhead behind you better not fucking be shooting. Like we just had that happen earlier.
Yeah.
We were-
And then I wiped them all.
It did, yeah. We killed them and we're like, well, fuck you. We're not picking you up.
You had a chance.
Don't be a
You bl-
dick.
You blew it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean,
so
that's like rules of war.
Right.
Like when the the heads of each military would come out to parlay at the middle of the battlefield to see if like, hey, can we like not fight today?
Mhm.
Like, if we go that way, can you go that way? No. Okay. Well, it looks like we gotta have like if while that conversation is happening, so like if Officer Jones is like, all right, fire the cannon. Like it's on.
it's
Like,
on.
all right.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. And
There's no chance for recourse.
it's that's just how it is. Do not loot team members. So what that means is if I have shit, you don't take it from me if you're on my team. That also means if you plan on picking me up to join your team, like say the 3 of us are on a team and we
Three of us
run
are
in
on a team.
we run into another team, we fight with them, they kill all 3 of us. They shouldn't take our shit because if they're going to join us and be a 6-man team, how is that helping the team by you having my stuff? Like if I have $50. Dave has $50. You have $50. They don't have any. They don't come take our $150. How is that helping the group?
Also, like, if someone is like going through the stores and like picking shit up and putting shit down, if you see them put down something that's super valuable, don't pick it up.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's clearly a mistake. Until they say, "Hey, I put this down over here. Somebody come get it." Like, leave that shit alone.
Right. A lot of times people will be like, "Oh, hey, I have an extra self-revive. Here it is." And then they're like, "Where was that?" And you do the little ping thing. There it is on the map. Everybody sees it. A lot of
There's always
times.
been a
Go ahead.
sometimes there's a pre-negotiated exchange going on, and sometimes you'll accidentally drop the wrong thing.
People get
Don't be
real fucking loot hungry.
Yeah.
The loot goblins are real.
Oh, I was gonna talk about when you're on proximity chat when you drop in solo.
Hmm.
One thing I've started doing when I do run solo, which I don't really do it because whenever I play, I'm usually playing with you, Robert.
Mhm.
But when I hear someone say, "Hey, are you friendly?" I always say, "Yeah, we are."
Yeah.
I was like, and if I've been watching them for a while start pushing me,
Uh-huh.
I say things like, "Yeah, we watched you come across that railroad track," or we're kind of scattered right now, but we're all watching you.
Right.
And they say, "Well, you want to squad up?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Then squad up with just me. And they're like, "Where's the rest of your team?" I'm like, "There wasn't the rest."
Gotcha, bitch. Tactics.
Oh, what was it earlier? That guy, you were watching him cross the river or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, hey, can I squad up with you guys? I see you over there." And I was like, "Oh, we saw you. We
Yeah.
saw you. Yeah, that's why we didn't shoot.
Yeah.
We're pretty decent guys. We're not
Mhm.
dickheads usually."
Give us a reason.
Now, if it was a squad of 3 and they were rushing us as hard as that guy was, I probably would have started shooting because I'm like,
Right.
I don't know what your plans are.
Right. And a lot
If
of
you're one
times-
guy,
Yeah.
and the 3 of us are pretty close to each other, I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
Or if
And
you're
if
like
you
a
can-
kid standing in the middle of the street, like, that's a problem. Like, that's dangerous. It's probably a bomb.
True. Let's see. Pre-made 6-mans are bullshit. Usually, like we've done it a couple times with 4 or 5, but it's always us. Like we're not assholes about it. We're just going in there because we're all on at once, and we're like, "Hey, can we try to play together?" I mean, like it's generally a question. Can we even do this?
Right.
Let's try.
Let's see how many dudes we can get together and play this fucking game
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of
we don't
fucking
hunt
death
people.
squads.
No.
We don't hunt people, but we will pre-make a squad and
Yeah.
then be like, cool, now no one can just run up on us.
Yeah. Generally, yeah.
Yep.
What's next? Oh, if you don't have comms, which means you don't have your mic on, you're not driving the car if we're in a 3-man or 6-man or whatever. Like I'm not. So here's a fucked up story. One of these games I was playing with Bullet Sponge, and it was just me and him and a random, and the random guy goes and grabs a car, and he's like honk 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 honk, honk like honking nonstop, and we're like fuck. All right, we'll jump on. We jump on the car, and I was like, where are we going? And he starts driving and drives us fucking out of bounds and kills us. He jumped off the car and killed us because I was looking at the map. Like I didn't even have my screen up basically. I'm looking at the map trying to see where we're going or where to go next. And he just fucking killed us. Well, that got him banned. Like because I was pissed. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do that? And he was trying to get our vests and backpacks, but he was doing it in a chicken shit kind of way. Like if you wanted something, you could have asked. But
There's a lot of people playing this game who aren't actually 17 or older.
right. Well, he got banned, so enjoy making a new account or having mommy buy you a new one, because fuck you. I was pissed. I was like, the stupidest part is all of this is just video game stuff. Like, but I will get mad over because I'll spend like an hour trying to build something or put something together and then have somebody do something like that. I'm like, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Well, just because
What
it's a
is
video
wrong
game
with
doesn't
you?
mean it's not work.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly
Real
it.
to me, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Like there was a
dumb.
game that was on
dumb.
PlayStation. Oh gosh, what was it? I can't remember what it was called, but it was this sort of thing where like you saw how many levels you could go, and like you would bank your way out of the level because it was permadeath. And so like you would get so far in the game and then you'd die, and then you'd be like, oh, I made it 24 levels this time. Like, what am I gonna like? Do I start over and
Mhm.
fucking yeah? That's painful.
Yeah. One of the other things I fucking hate is like the trash talk after the fight. Like if you're
What's-
fighting a team and they're like, "Oh, you guys are fucking garbage. You're fucking trash." I'm like, "You already won. What? Does that make
Like-
you feel better?"
Like, come
feel
on,
good?
number one shouldn't ever need to feel the need to talk about number two. Like, clearly you feel some type of way about how good we are if you feel the need to talk about it about beating us.
I usually don't talk shit until somebody else does. Like
Yeah.
I don't start it, but I don't mind finishing it.
My favorite's when a team pushes you, you wipe them, and then they start talking shit.
And then they start talking shit. Yes.
Like, okay, well, thanks for this sniper rifle that I'm probably going to drop in the middle of the desert because it's garbage.
618. I'm gonna remember that. I just
Oh,
Nope.
Robin.
For a second.
what happened to Robin? Where'd he go?
Oh, Robin's frozen.
When his heart's not open.
hmm
You only see what you wanted to see. You're frozen when your heart's not open.
That's weird. How come yours is disconnected but mine isn't?
Because that fucking box fucked up.
Oh,
Fucking box. You only see what you
that's what I like to
wanted
do on
see.
Saturday nights.
No, it's
It's
not.
still recording.
Technical difficulties for you and me.
Recording.
And recording.
And we're live.
Since I've never gone out, I want to make sure that I'm falling in line. And I say, what should I do when I get there? And the response was, you could leave it with the customer.
Oh yeah, he was trying to open up.
And that didn't sit right with me. As I see the way you're nodding, it doesn't really sit right with you either.
Yeah. Well, also, it's the lack of nonverbal communication cues that you don't get with texts or emails
Right.
and stuff like that. Because if they said you could leave it with the customer, or if they said, oh, you could leave it with the customer,
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Like two different things. So a lot of people don't think about that kind of stuff when they're sending a text type message.
Hey, Andy's back. We've got all
Andy's
three
back.
of us after some minor
Yeah.
technical difficulties. Hey, with the monocep
Welcome-
on one side.
Welcome to the technical difficulties three-way.
Hey. But yeah, so I typed out the text message and I showed Robin right after I did it because I had to erase this, man. Like I typed out I could do a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, you know what? We're gonna let this slide. We're gonna let it slide. We're gonna let it slide. Because like I keep remembering, there's a video that's been circulating on the clock app that the classic like interviewing people in the street thing where the guy stands there with his phone and interviews people, and I don't know why we're using a cell phone for a microphone.
Yeah.
But
Like we can hear you through the recording.
exactly. So this guy walks in front of the camera and he's like, man, I can't believe when people do that. And the guy's like, well, some people are just wrapped up in their own world. And like he goes on this like 2-minute monologue about how like, yeah, everyone's in their own shit. We could all be a little more gracious and we could all be a little more aware
I
all at
see
the
that
same
one.
time. And the guy's like, are you real? He's like, I try to be. And then I was like, yeah, that's pretty much sums it all up. Just assume don't assume that people are dicks. Assume that they're stupid, and then life is so much easier.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I just went. I did the same thing. I typed out a real long text and then was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that.
Delete
But
that.
it was
I would
this,
screenshot it. Just remember.
oh yeah, I thought about it, but I was like, I don't need this. It was this chick I've been talking to for about like last 2.5 months or so. You know, it's nothing serious right now. We are still just chit chatting. But yep, a little bit of that. But
A little bit of finding the line.
it was like, was it last weekend or something? On Monday, sent her text in like at like
Last
9:30 in the
weekend on
morning.
Monday.
After the weekend on Monday.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, it sent a message at 9:30 in the morning, and I didn't hear from her until Thursday night.
Oof.
And this is we talk all day long every day since we started talking. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. So I just like started deleting messages. I'm like, well, I'm done here. And she sends me a message. She says, hey, sorry for the radio silence. I've had some things to think about. And I just sent back, well, hope you figured it out. And then she's like, not really. And then I just deleted the message. I'm like,
Hey, y'all.
that sounds like a problem that I'm not interested in dealing with right now.
I think you could just stopped it. I think that sounds like a problem.
That
Yeah,
that
I just-
reminded me of like there's this. I ended up meeting this one chick at a bar in Eugene, and like we hung out a couple times, and tried the classic like, hey, you want to hang out? And she's like, well, I kind of like I live with my ex. I'm like, oh, it's one of those situations. All right, well, whatever. Like,
I live with my parents. It's weird.
not messing with it. Whatever. Not gonna talk about it. And so like I get a couple weeks of radio silence, and then just like out of nowhere, she sends me a message. She's like, hey, yeah, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, okay. Like, she's like, yeah, it's a lot to take in. I'm like, I'm sure it is.
I bet it was.
That's actually exactly what I said. I'm like, I bet it was.
bet it was. Yeah.
But I was like, okay, like you could have told me from the beginning that like you think you might be pregnant. Also, why are you in the bar?
Yeah, right.
Why are we playing
It's not a
bingo?
great combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've definitely had that. And you get a chick you're talking to, and she says, hey, I'm pregnant. And my response was, is it mine? She's like, no. Then why do you think I
Why
care?
do I care?
Why do
Yeah.
I care?
Yeah.
Either it will
All right,
become my
cool.
problem or it won't
I'll never
be.
talk. Yeah. Now I'm never going to talk to you again. Have fun.
Jake, do you remember Jordan, that chick that we lived with? Did you ever know that her and Mike were sleeping together?
Oh yeah.
That was a weird one to figure out. Like when I can't remember how he brought it up, but it was like, remember when there was all that broken glass? That was because she was pissed at me for something. And I was like, oh, that sucked. Because there was like broken glass everywhere in the backyard. And I didn't
It
like
ain't
it.
about the money, but I
didn't-
just don't
I
care.
didn't like it. Yeah. I just didn't like it. It was stupid. Why do
Yeah.
people do that?
And then you guys left, and then it was Mike, Jordan, and I living together in a much smaller apartment.
So wait, she busted out a window?
No, I think she just broke a bunch of like jars or glasses, like drinking glasses.
Oh, just out in the backyard just to be
Just-
a bitch?
I don't even know if I think she did it inside. I think she broke things in the house, took them outside, and said that she had done it on accident or something. I don't know. I don't remember the story. I don't care enough to remember. And
I remember like
Stupid.
right when she moved in, Amy being like, "Hey, what do you think of Jordan?" I'm like, "I don't think a lot of Jordan. Like I
Don't
met
think-
her once."
yeah, pass.
Pass?
Pass?
Like,
Hard
no.
Yeah.
It's always funny like the
Double
Sulphur
it
Springs.
and give it to the next person.
You double it, give it to the next person. The Sulphur Springs third bedroom was always interesting.
Do you remember Matt?
The wine guy.
I think he was. Yeah. Well, we had two different wine guys. We had Matt, like with the beard.
Yeah,
And what was the other guy's name?
Matt was a cool guy.
Matt was cool. I liked Matt. I think Matt was the beer guy.
Yeah.
And then there was a wine guy too. The wine guy was a dildo. I don't remember his name.
I vaguely remember that. I remember he had like a small fridge in his room, and it was like chilled to a certain temperature for the wine or some shit.
So dumb.
So
Yeah,
dumb.
I-
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
He
you
was
know,
the one that I kept. He was the dude that I kept unscrewing the antenna to the router
yes,
on
I remember
because he
that.
would fucking bog down my Call of Duty. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy downloading?
And he'd come out and be like, "Hey, something going on with the internet?"
Internet not working? I'm like, looks like it's working. Can you check the router? Still there. Yep.
Yep, still looks like a router.
I don't know. It looks
Oh.
like the lights are flashing, so I don't know what to tell you, man.
Like I'm on the internet, dude. Like,
Like you can clearly see I'm in the middle of a match.
Yep.
Claymores and noob tubes right there.
there it is. Like,
And these are the stories why I will be paying extra to live alone when I move back to Corvallis. I don't care. I will figure out a way. I don't care how much it costs. I will pay the full amount
Right.
it's
to
not
live
that
in a
much.
nice apartment.
It's not that like my buddy Doug had that duplex
So,
that we parked at that one time. Like that was a pretty nice place, and he only paid like $900 a month for that. I mean, yeah, it was 10 years ago,
Yeah.
but even still, like that house now can't be $1,200-$1,300.
no. Well, I know I'm looking at places near campus so I don't have to drive to school.
Well, that place is walking distance from Greaser, so I mean, if it's walking distance from Greaser, then
Yep. So yeah, I'm not getting roommates. Anyone that spends the night at my place is gonna have permission, not the right to.
not the right to. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I like
they have
it.
permission and not the right to.
See, it's funny because I went the other way. Like when I was working for freelance shit and just making like pennies basically, I pretty much paid my friends like $100 a month so I could have a key to the house and access to the couch.
It's fair.
Mhm.
Like I just want to be able to come over, and if I fall asleep on the couch, I fall asleep on the couch. They're
Right.
like, okay. I'm like, here's $100. Like that works.
Mhm.
I wish housing weren't so ridiculous.
Right.
That it weren't so ridiculous that adding a guy to sleep on your couch for $100 didn't sound like a good idea.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
that's crazy. Like the way that inflation has worked against this entire generation or generations is insane. Like you could have bought a house for $1,500 or $15,000 like not that long ago.
Not long.
Like it's crazy. Like the house. So Joanne, the lady that I work for occasionally, she has a house in Roseburg. It's a really nice neighborhood. The house is really nice. I think that they paid like $5,000 for the house and property at the time. And now that house is probably a $500,000 house. They haven't done that much to it.
Mhm.
It's got a new bathroom, but pretty much it.
I remember when like I was working for Dex and I was like, okay, well I want to start. I'm making more money than I know what to do with. Let's get a house. You know, the classic thinking. I'm gonna be making money like this forever.
Mhm.
And like I remember looking at houses and thinking, wow, $100,000 is a lot of money. But then like $100,000 it was for a house with like a third of an acre and a garage. Like it needed a lot of work, but it was a house with a third of an acre and a garage for $100,000.
Yeah. Find that now.
Like maybe you can, but it's in places like Alabama, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Eastern Oregon,
Yeah.
places nobody wants to be.
And not Eastern Oregon like Bend. We're talking like Brothers. Population 3.
Like
The middle of Lake County.
the schools that have 1A populations, not 5, 6A.
Enterprise.
Enterprise is a great example. You could buy that house in Enterprise.
Remember when I got out of the Navy, I was looking at
Might be
houses in
overpaid.
San Diego.
Oh
This
shit.
this is 2011, and I was like, yeah, goddamn, these houses are expensive as hell. No way I'm buying a house here. I'm moving back to Oregon to buy a house.
Where the
And I
houses
moved
are
back.
cheap.
Yeah, where the houses are cheap. I moved back to Oregon and then sit on my hands and bounce around and do a bunch of different stuff. And finally, I'm like, I should buy a house.
$6
God
million.
damn, look at these. I'm moving to Montana.
I'm moving to San Diego
I'm
where the
going
houses
to
are cheap.
Enterprise.
Yeah, I'm moving to Enterprise.
Oh man.
At this point, I'd get me a nice truck, a nice RV trailer, a nice camper trailer, and then I can travel and do my job.
See, I'm ready. I'm ready to just to have a self-sufficient little farm somewhere in the LC Valley, and just have a little hobby petting zoo that if you want to come out and put a fiver in the box, that's cool.
Touch my snake.
But these are my goats. Shut up, Dave. Yeah, but you know, I'm tired. I'm ready to not to be off the grid forever and not be part of society anymore.
I fucking get that.
Mhm. Yep. Well, like a lot of fish and wildlife jobs are temporary, like 9-month jobs. So I'm like, cool, I'll get out of school, get me a truck and a trailer, and I'm just gonna be moving every 9 months.
Yeah,
Uh,
That would fit me perfectly.
my
be a
my
freer
cousin
basically.
Tyson, I think he bought 40 acres in Alaska and is building an off-grid home. Like basically doing what we're saying, but he had to go to Alaska to do it
Yeah,
because, I mean, prices of things are ridiculous, and there you can get land but
And they
like
get paid from
everything's
Alaska.
yeah, exactly. Like it's not a terrible deal. That's what we should do. Let's just go to Alaska, all of us, and you get paid to be there.
Become alcoholics.
I mean,
Become?
again.
Again. We all
here we go again.
here we go.
Again.
Then we need an RV. Like we save up our money to get an RV that we move down to Eugene for football season. Because you only have to be there. It's like it's 6 months and a day, whatever it is. It's like literally half the year.
We can, I mean, with the amount of money we're not spending on anything else, we can afford to have like a 4-bedroom house in Eugene.
Yeah.
Or like a duplex, buy a duplex, and we each have half a
Or a
duplex.
commune.
Or we just take
A
over the
stank.
Eugene
Bales.
Library.
Bales has been talking about buying a duplex.
Yeah.
He wants to rent it out. I think he wants to live in half of it, but he also is like, I could just live in a shed. Like he's not super set on his living situation.
I
He's like,
love Bailey so much. He's like the hardest part about having Bailey as a house guest is
Mhm.
like he tries so hard to be unobtrusive
Mhm.
that you feel like you're bothering him by offering him stuff. Like
I can see that 100%.
It'd be a time when he was just like asleep on the couch. Well, it's dinner time. Be like, hey man, there's some food in there if you want it. He's like, it goes back to sleep, just goes back to sleep. And then like an hour goes by and it's like it's time to put the food. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna put this away. Do you want it? No, man, I'm good. And then like an hour later, he's in the fridge. Like I'm like, bro, like that was already yours.
You catch him in the fridge and he looks at you like he's a dog that got caught doing
Right.
Like, bro, calm down.
Like a raccoon digging through the trash.
something. Yeah.
Oh, that was, and like the funniest part about it too is like he would give us a stipend for living here. It's like, dude, you understand that part of that money is paying for the food that we're expecting that you consume. It's like when I was going to the Maxwell house when I was coaching, there was just an extra portion of food made.
Yeah.
And there was the same amount of leftovers as before I got there as there was after I got there. Just like when Bailey was here. Same amount of food left over before as there was after.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a little more because Bailey wouldn't eat his.
Oh, dude, Dave brought some food over today. It's like, hey, I brought food. And I was like, did you? And he shows
kind of-
me. What kind? What kind was it? The
Tell him, Dave.
best kind.
Asian type.
Ooh.
Fucking lumpia and then fucking pork belly. Oh my God. I had literally just had freeway Chevron. It's pizza day, and so I was like, I ate half pizza, and Dave texts me, "Hey, I'm bringing food," and I was like,
Oh,
I guess I'll have to eat it.
some things must be done.
For the team.
Yep.
Taking
For the
a
team.
one for the team.
Dude, we're 2 weeks away from tailgating.
I'm so excited. That reminds me. Hey,
Right.
vamp for a minute. I know we're running
2
towards the end,
weeks.
but I'm going to see
2
if my
weeks.
sunglasses came or not. They said they were out for delivery.
Mine did. I have them. So once you get yours, I'll go grab mine.
Right.
In the meantime, the in between time, you go for yours, then I'll go for mine. That's a song. Boom.
That's how they wrote it.
But no, it is. It's from Can't Hardly Wait. It's on the soundtrack.
Oh, it is?
Not even joking.
Hey, wait, I'm missing a bottle. Wait, you got a bottle over there, don't you?
It's empty.
Okay.
Empty. Hey!
Hey!
Bottles
Hey,
of
look.
beers. Okay, now that you got yours, I will speed run and grab mine.
They are here.
Okay, now it's your turn to talk. Wait, I want to see them and then I'll go grab mine.
We're vamping.
Wait, are yours opened?
No, not yet.
Okay, mine are. I'll be right back.
Oh, he's opening them.
I don't have anything sharp near me. They came and cleaned the apartment. None of my stuff is here.
Who's they? How many people come to clean?
There were 2 this time.
Ooh. Does that
Yeah.
mean when the 2 people show up, does that mean you have to pay double
No, we don't pay
per hour? Oh, you don't pay them anything?
No,
Oh, okay.
we just don't deport them.
Yeah, well, that works too.
You have just received a pair of gooders, you person of refined taste. These shades are packed with love and care by Carl the Flamingo, the CEO and head flamingo of Gooder. If you're one of the lucky few that received a dead fish with your sunglasses, don't be alarmed. That's just Carl's way of saying, I love you. And if you're not going to eat it, send it back. Can't let a good fish go to waste. There's no fish. I did not receive a fish.
You didn't get a fish.
No fish for me. No fish. All right. Tales from the Greenskeeper. Here we go. Bus's bad baby open. Oh. Proper eyewear, eye care, and maintenance, huh? Oh, I like these. Yeah.
They're very flexible.
Very flexible, very
'Cause they
light.
fit.
I got nothing.
Dave was like this, like his head, and then I put him on and they
Yeah.
barely move. It's like, oh,
I think these are
I
made
won't
of
be buying a
helium
pair.
because they're very light.
they're smaller. Like they're a small compared to most aviators.
Styling.
They would fit perfect on Riv's head.
I'm ready for some football.
I'm ready for
I
some
like
football.
them. I like them, but I don't think I'll be buying a pair.
That's fine. You can not be stylish.
They don't fit my face.
Yeah.
I told Robin, I was like, I wear one pair of sunglasses and one pair of sunglasses only, and they're my Oakleys because they make an extra large.
And I the way I put it was, I would not buy these a second time.
Probably not.
Nothing wrong with them. Like they look cool. The colors are perfect. On the inside of them, it says Gooder, which is the company. And then on the other side, it says Tales from the Greenskeeper, which is funny. Did you look at the little box?
Yeah, I read it.
In the box, you read the card?
Yeah.
The
I
card-
read you've just received a pair of gooders.
No. There's a little card in there.
A card.
Yeah, like how to take care of them.
Oh yeah, that.
There's some good advice on there.
Sound advice.
Very sound, yes.
Do
Gooder.
you use the tears of a unicorn and the softest cherub feathers? Storage. Do place them on a velvet pillow in a secure vault guarded by smog. Do wear your sunglasses at night so you can keep track of the visions in your eyes.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I
I
can.
thought it meant so that you can check out chicks and they'll never know.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what
of.
I do.
Hey. They're not reflective though, so.
Well, they're dark, so
I just start drinking and then my eyes get so squinty they can't tell if I'm looking at them or not.
the The issue I have with them is that my head is tilted natural. Like my head is off
You
kilter.
got a crooked head.
Yeah, I got a crooked head. So like this is the way my head's supposed to be. And this is the way my head naturally sits. And so like when I put sunglasses on, like I have a tendency to put them on fucked up, and these seem to like be okay with my head being fucked up.
Well, they are very flexible. And that, like, I don't know if you could see, but the green is like it's see-through.
Yeah,
green.
translucent.
Yes. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like you said, I mean, they're good enough. Probably wouldn't buy them again.
It'll work for 2023.
Yeah.
I think they have a pretty good warranty on them. Like, I think that like on their website it says something about lifetime warranty on the lenses or some shit. So
If they break, yeah. It's like AutoZone, lifetime warranty on their brake pads.
the brake pads thing, yeah. Have you heard that, Dave?
Mm.
If you buy brake pads from AutoZone, every pair of brake pads they sell has a lifetime warranty on them. So if you drive a car and then use those brakes like you will, when they're fucking worn down, you take in the old ones and say, hey, these are worn. They say, oh, here's a new pair.
You get free brakes forever.
Forever.
It's like
I feel like we should test this.
It's like when you would go to the Goodwill and find a Craftsman tool that's broken, and then take it to Sears and be like,
And they give you a
I need a new wrench.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. I did love that. Craftsman, man, they make some
My
good
dad had
shit.
an entire toolbox full of tools that he bought at the Goodwill and then took to just walked into Sears. He's like, I'm like, Dad, why do you need a torque wrench? He's like, I don't.
I
But
don't.
for $1.99, $1.99, I will have a brand new Craftsman torque wrench. Thank you.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah, Craftsman, man.
It
I
used to
wish we
be.
still had a Sears because that
Does
was.
Sears even exist anymore?
Wait,
There's
wait,
a Sears here.
Kmart bought Craftsman.
Oh, it's too bad we don't have a Kmart anymore.
We
Either.
don't have a Kmart either, but
There's
Kmart
a
bought
Sears
Craftsman.
here. The last time I saw it, like the shutters were all pulled shut, like nobody had shown up that day,
Oh,
and everybody was fine with it because it was Sears.
Well, it's like Sears, like J.C. Penney.
I fuck with
Yeah.
JCPenney.
I love JCPenney. They have some good
Really?
shit.
Yeah, they
I always
especially
thought
when shit's
it
on
was
sale.
old women clothing.
No, man, you got to go back in the.
I think I got this. No, I didn't get this here, but they had these.
I got several hoodies from there. It's legit.
I got a lot of things from there. Sometimes
And
I even paid for it.
I was gonna say you even paid for some of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We want to make sure to check us out on all of those videos and the audios. Check us on YouTube. Check us on Spotify. That's where
Check
it's
out
all
my
at.
butt.
Check out Dave's butt in the pre-show. You can see that
My bum is on the
exclusive on
screen. My
YouTube.
bum is on the screen.
Look at
Show
Dave.
ejaculation.
But yeah, thanks for sticking with us. This was a tough one with technical difficulties, popping in and out here and there. But we got some sunnies on, and yeah, it was a good one. But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
My wrists don't turn that. I can't do that.
Podcast. Yeah, mine don't either. Go Ducks.
Yours can. You kind of get there.
Here, I can do it without the headphones.
Yeah.
Knocking my
I
headphones
can't even
off.
do it. I can't do
Son
it.
of a bitch.
What's wrong with your wrist?
I do this one.
Okay, go Ducks. Go Ducks.
Bubatronic.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hey, for the.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.